Most people don't think too much about us until they need us, and that's okay. All they need to know is that we're here 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With the first ones up, and the last one standing. Whatever the weather and whatever the need, keeping Gloucestershire safe from harm.
Policing is delivered by people, our people. Police officers, police staff, special constables, volunteers and cadets, making up one team where no one is more important than anyone else. And we support each other to help deliver our mission, which is to keep the people of Gloucestershire safe from harm. We cover 1,024 square miles across 6 local policing areas, and we cost about £120 million each year to operate, with nearly 1,100 police officers, 118 police community support officers, 650 police staff, 180 special constables, over 200 volunteers, and a thriving cadet corps. We protect 2 royal households, have a strong military presence in the county, help to keep GCHQ secure, and have one of the largest air shows in the world to keep safe. From Cheltenham races to Stowe Fair to cheese rolling, it's our privilege to be involved in them all. We're the 5th largest employer in the county, and as an organisation we're over 180 years old, and we're very proud of the fact that we're the oldest police force outside of London.
We're a modern, agile, forward-looking force, committed to delivering what matters to the public. We're innovative, compassionate, and more than 70% of locals recognise that we're doing a good or excellent job.
We are a 24/7 emergency service, and we cover a huge number of issues every day. We deal with anything from stolen bikes to threats to life, from motorway closures to flooding, shoplifting to domestic violence, missing people to international terrorism. Some issues are dealt with as emergencies, many others are non-urgent but still important. They often involve our neighbourhood policing teams who understand local community issues and work in partnership to problem solve at a local level.
Well, we brought back neighbourhood policing and launched it in January 2018, and since that we've been on a journey to build safer and stronger communities.
The aim for us at the end of everything is to safeguard. We came into this to safeguard, protect people, and that's what we still aim to do.
There's been some really significant ways in the way in which crime has changed in the last decade. People used to report crime and the police used to respond to that. Now what's really important is that there's hidden harm out there that the police have a responsibility to go out and find and look for. And that's brought some really significant challenges on some of our resources.
The greatest thing is if people go through their lives and really they don't ever overtly see the police or aren't touched by working with the police, because that then shows that in terms of prevention and intervention, both ourselves and partners are being successful in preventing crimes being committed in the first place. So my hope is, particularly within public protection, where we deal with some of the worst, most horrendous crimes that are committed against really vulnerable people, that the vast majority of the public wouldn't know what it is we do.
Policing has changed, not only in terms of the nature of crime, but in terms of what the public need and expect of their police service. In order to keep up with that, and ideally ahead of it, we need to transform our systems and our technology, our operating procedures, our buildings, fleet and equipment, and the training we provide to our staff.
Policing is a tough occupation. It's always been a tough occupation. It's getting increasingly tough with the decrease in resources and the increase in demand. It's a really challenging role, and it's really important that as a police force we move forwards with the times.
No matter what your job is within the constabulary, whether you're a police officer chasing someone down on the street, whether you're in an office checking through forms, whether you're helping police officers who've forgotten their passwords, it all comes down to the same thing, and that's protecting people.
In the police, we see the good and the bad side of the community, of people. In 23 years, I've seen some things that people should never have to see, and those things go home with you.
Get down! Hands up to side!
Stand still! We got him.
Sometimes it takes quite a strong stomach, as well as a strong sort of sense of doing what's right and wrong. It takes a lot of resilience, and sometimes people don't like what you're telling them or don't like the outcome of things, and actually, you know, that doesn't just impact on them, sometimes it impacts on you as well, and that can be quite hard.
One night when I was on a street safe patrol, I was attacked by a male outside a nightclub. So it was just a general evening. We were just watching the nightclub at the end of the night. I felt a blow to the side of my head and ended up lying on the floor, unconscious with a head wound and blood pouring out of my head. You know, you don't encounter those sorts of things as a police officer normally. I still don't mind going out and doing normal day-to-day policing, but it's certainly changed my mind as to, you know, my safety, and I'm not invincible anymore.
Tomorrow they will issue a warrant for your arrest and they will come looking for you, do you understand?
Yes.
Our people are our most important asset. We recruit people from society who are fit, courageous, intelligent, and of good standing. We give them some training, we put them in harm's way, and they gain some experience. And then they become, quite simply, magnificent. So one of the most important parts of my job is to look after my staff. And if I look after them, they'll look after our public.
We have some of the toughest jobs in the county.
Police officer Taylor, get on the floor!
But ask anyone here and they'll tell you that they wouldn't be anywhere else.
Within the constabulary, we have people that we can talk to, which is really helpful. People that want to look after us because of our mental health, our welfare is really important.
Taking care of our staff is crucial to the organisation. We've embedded a supportive leadership and wellbeing programme, which I would say is excellent, something we haven't had previously. It's important to look after our staff, develop that culture where everybody is there for that wellbeing.
The police force actually supported me through that time of my mental ill health and gave me the confidence, and with the Together trust I was able to put things into place to be able to cope with those dark sides.
A centre of excellence for training, learning and development, wellbeing, supportive leadership, and a high-tech conference facility that can be used by ourselves as an organisation, obviously our partners, or even regionally and nationally as a centre of excellence.
We take our responsibility to be sustainable really seriously, and we're currently the only force in the country to have been awarded an ISO 14001 accreditation for our environmental management. More than 20% of our vehicle fleet is powered by electricity, and these new vehicles will help us reach our target of 40% in 5 years.
We are the first police force in the UK to actively welcome adults with learning difficulties onto the cadet programme. They're the Treasure Seekers cadets, and they are making a huge impact.
It's complex, it's complicated, it's one of the most rewarding jobs in the world, and I wouldn't change that for a thing.
We're quite a small force, and so it's quite a family feel to it, but when we need to, everyone pulls together to try and provide that amazing service and try and give the best possible response, no matter how difficult the circumstances. And I think that's where we really have our true strength.
The sense of belonging, the sense of putting on your uniform and coming to work and knowing that you're going to make a difference, speaking to various people, various backgrounds, loads of different issues, and just to feel proud. You know, you put the phone down and you get a sense of achievement sometimes speaking to certain people because you know you've made a difference to them.
From the Forest of Dean to Fairford, from Lechley to Longney, from Cheltenham to Chipping Campden, we are here, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Policing is constantly changing, but at our core we remain the same. Our mission is, and ever was, to keep you safe from harm. We are Gloucestershire Constabulary.